And now you've got Jake Collier versus Chris Barnett, and I'm very confident in Jake Collier, but at these odds at heavyweight, I just don't know how I feel, man. Like, you're Jake Collier at what, minus 350 on Tapology, but I think he's even wider than that on most of the sports books right now, which does make a lot of sense. Chris Barnett, his two losses in the UFC have been to much bigger opponents than him. I believe Ben Rothwell stands at what, 6'3" himself, but he did take that fight on short notice. He knocked out Jan Vellante, who was like a light heavyweight for the most of his career from memory, and then he moved up to heavyweight. Knocked him out with a wheel kick, that was awesome. Knockout of the year contender for sure. Lost to Martin Buday, and a very questionable ending. Like, he was like claiming back of the head shots, but I feel like they weren't to like the back of the head. Like, I feel like they're just behind his ear, and he just kind of wanted a way out. Maybe he wanted a DQ win, but losing to Martin Buday like that still to this isn't a great look, because Martin Buday looked terrible in his last fight. So it'll be very interesting to see how Martin Buday's career goes going forward, but that's not the point. Jake Collier, some people call him as one of the biggest robberies of the year. Biggest robbery this, biggest robbery that. I mean, he lost to Andrei Arlovski, but did he though? I reckon he beat Andrei Arlovski. I think everyone thinks that he beat Andrei Arlovski. Yeah, he defeated Chase Sherman quite easily, which has turned out to not look terrible, because Chase Sherman did recently win a fight over Josh Parisian, I believe it was. No, not Josh Parisian, it was Jared Bandera. Lost a split decision to Carlos Felipe, who ended up popping for roids, so I guess that's not too bad, and even then I do think that he actually won that fight. I think that Carlos Felipe lost a lot of fights that he was given a split decision win, to be honest. But yeah, like, this guy, Jake Collier, he's good. He's a lot better than his record does say. He's moved up from 185, moved up to 205, and now he's a big heavyweight, man. This guy put on a lot of weight, and he's making things happen at heavyweight. He doesn't even look 34 either. Like, he just kind of, he looks a lot younger than he is anyway, but that's not the point. Chris Barnett's 5'9" at heavyweight. I just don't think he's got it to beat Collier. I'm pretty confident in Collier winning. Probably will side a decision here, Barnett. Barnett's just like, he's cool. Like, he fights with spinning kicks, this and that, but I just think I just can see him gassing out on this matchup. If it takes place at striking range, Barnett can throw this and that all he wants, but he doesn't have like 3 rounds of cardio at his pace that he throws it in the first round. So I think Collier's going to take over towards the end of the fight, should win this one, and hopefully ends up going on a little bit of a run himself, because he is a lot better than that record does suggest.